you start with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions for the players?
Obviously, you saw two teams tonight that really want to advance. It seemed like a game of runs where, we would make a run and they would respond, and then in the second half, I felt we did a really good job of defending the three-point line a little bit better, making their shots a little bit more difficult from that area. Again, I got to give credit, first of all, to these guys sitting beside me, these two guys, really getting the team prepared, getting themselves prepared. I'm just kind of following their lead. As long as they want to keep advancing, I'm going to keep getting on planes and buses and, getting them prepared. So, and I can't say this enough, and continue to the fight that was instilled within our program. I think it's starting to really show. And these guys are the epitome of that. These two, along with Math, and those guys have been with us the longest. They know what John tried to instill here, and I can't thank them enough. I think our families and John, I'm sure he's very proud of these guys that continue to fight.
Questions for Malcolm and Tracy?
Just for both you guys, I mean, you guys have been, we've talked about this through so much, but having Coach Underwood introduced today, Coach Gross gone last week, I mean, how have you kind of stayed focused through all of that? I mean, it's kind of an awkward situation with him kind of sitting in the stands watching you guys.
As a leaders, man, Malcolm, there's a lot going on, obviously, like you said, but we're not going to be back next year, so we got to focus on 2016, 2017 team. I think Coach Walker did a great job, with talking to us about that and just finishing strong and keep fighting. That's the mindset that we had and that we will continue to have.
Tracy, after your final...
Malcolm's going to answer that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm very grateful what Coach Gross has done for me, and it sucks to see him go. But he told us along with Coach Underwood, he said, just still the 2016-2017 season, just make the most out of it. Because there's a lot of talk, especially since we got a new coach and stuff like that. So I think we've been doing a great job of, still thinking about the next game and giving it our all.
You guys got to say goodbye on senior night to the crowd, and then you kind of thought it was going to be your last home game then, and then now this definitely is for sure the last home game you guys are going to have for yourself. I mean, how did it feel to say goodbye again? And is that kind of weird to do it twice?
Oh, yeah, a little bit, but I didn't really look at it as like potential last home game. The past two games, I looked at it as survive and advance because it's an IT. So it's great to have the home court advantage because it's been great that we've had people that still supporting us this year. Even though they might be disappointed we didn't make the NCAA tournament, the fact that they're still supporting us in NIT, want us to survive and advance, it means a lot.
Well,
Tracy, you kind of left a little pose there after your final free throw. Looked like you were saying goodbye to the audience and the the crowd.
I was trying to make that.
Follow through, yeah.
They hope to follow through there, but it's been great. It's been a great journey, ups and downs, and we would definitely use our experience, life lessons that we learned, and like I said, we gonna keep fighting until it's over.
Jim?
Malcolm, aside from the win tonight, you passed an Illini great D. Brown for third place on the all-time scoring list. Just talk a minute about what that means to pass somebody as great as D.
It's pretty cool, especially because I just remember I always bring this up when I was a kid coming to Illinois camp, having a chance to speak to like him during and all that team. They probably don't remember that, but I do, and he's been a great role model to me, especially since I got here. Talked to me since my freshman year, talked to me about my senior year, and just I guess that just shows the hard work I put in. It's a cool accomplishment. So yeah.
Tracy, what was maybe different in the last 8 minutes of the game where you guys were able to string some stops together and make some shots and pull away?
We was very connected, talking, communicating, doing the little things. We definitely wasn't tired, whatever was going on offense to the defensive end. And for us, we play like that, we beat anybody.
Malcolm, I don't think we're going to get a chance to probably talk to you tomorrow, so just looking ahead to the next game,
with Central Florida. You ever played against a dude 7'6"?
No, but it'll be my first time ever. Oh, I did play with him. I played with him. I was right, because I played with him. I played with him, not against him, though. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be weird. I remember when I was a senior at the NBA camp, and I played with this guy named Mamadou. He was 7'6", like, could stand and dunk at the same time. Weird. It's just weird because you never see, you don't go against people that are like 7'6" every game. So it's just like, you're like, wow, he's like a really big guy. So, man, it's going to be unique. I'm pretty sure it's going to like catch some people by surprise. Like, it's different, seeing it in person than on TV. So, yeah.
Derek?
Malcolm, I know you may have a feature in broadcast. Give me the analysis of your LeBron swap from behind.
Well, I think I didn't give up on the play. I think Tracy did a great job of setting me up for it because he went for the steal. That kind of made Dude readjust to give me that split second to catch it in the air. So shout out to Tracy for not giving up and being down on the turnover. And people saying I'm not athletic, but I hope people, I didn't surprise myself. I didn't surprise myself. But, yeah, I made a great play. I wish I could have grabbed the ball, but happy I got the block.
Question in the back?
Now that it's not going to happen, were you guys wanting Illinois State?
Yeah. They wanted us. That's what it seemed like, so I'm going to go ahead and say yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there like a newspaper preview or something?
Yeah,
I think I saw that.
There was a lot going on with that, I heard. I don't look at social media, and I was still getting a little buzz about it, so I was ready.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
You really don't care. These guys want to play. It doesn't matter who they play. Obviously, that would have been a big buzz for the state of Illinois. That would have been a lot of fun, but we're going to have a lot of fun in Central Florida, too. We're going to Disney World, so. That's not my decision. It was me. I take all of it.
Malcolm, when you missed the layup, you came right back with a three. Was that in your mind to make up for that?
No. I just know, stuff like that happens. I mean, yeah, I tricked the layup. T-John, he kind of said something to me. It was like, you messing that could have been my assist, man. But, no, it's just, I know I have the ultimate confidence from my teammates and coaches. Like, yeah, I missed a layup, but they're just like, forget that play and move on. You're still gonna have a lot of chances to make a lot of big plays this game.
Anything else for the players? All right, thank you, man. Questions for Coach Walker?
That push you made at the end of the game, was that just maybe what you were expecting out of this team at this point?
I mean, yeah, they did a really good job of just really defending. I think in the 8-minute mark, I think we tried to talk a little bit in the huddle about trying to get a little bit more connected. I didn't feel like I think they were playing really hard because Tracy said something in the huddle about playing hard, and I said that's not the issue. You guys are playing hard. You're not connected, and when you're connected, you can it gives you that extra bite, it gives you that extra what I call dog, and when you're more in tune with each other. And it's just about simply communicating by opening your mouths. I always say that, even when John was around, I said, everybody's got a mouth, so use it. It takes skill. That's not a skill to utilize your voice, and sometimes that connects guys and brings guys together. And I thought in the last 8 minutes they really did.
Jamall, I know you're focused on your guys, but you're getting ovations from this crowd. You're getting a lot of support from people around here. What's that mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. But I don't think it's for me. I think I'm just standing here at the podium or up there. It's really for our guys, and it's really for all of us to combine. You look at our staff, and I keep talking to those guys like they should be cheering for those guys. They're giving me their all in a difficult situation. I posed the question to the guys who were at the media. How hard would you really, really work if somebody said, hey, you're fired, by the way, do 4 or 5 columns and get on TV for me for the next 2-3 weeks. How would you do? What would you do? And that's real. And those guys are giving me everything they got. And I got Paris telling me Hey, that play that Malcolm hit the big three, that was Paris. He told me, hey, let's go with the dribble handoff at the back end of it. You know, Dustin's been helping continue making these substitutions and suggestions on plays. He's calling some of those things. We're a team, man. You know, we're just as dedicated to each other. We're one big happy family. You know, obviously our leader goes down. You know, we got to try to pick each other up and rally, and that's what we're doing. So the crowd is not. I thank them, but I think it's more for all of us, more so than myself.
Jamall, you think the flow game, motion offense, the kind of stuff you're running now is more helpful when you've got a 2-day turnaround?
I think we're doing the same thing. We're just trying to be better at it. You know, there's not one thing that I've done as far as draw up some plays in the huddle, that we haven't done before. You know, we drew up a couple plays, myself and a couple of them, and Dustin as well, to get to our strengths and see some things we see. But that's what any other coaching staff will do. So we're just being better at it. I think that's where you should be at this time of year. You should be playing about as good as you can play, and I think we're playing well. Sometimes reality is not always the truth. What you see. I told you guys Michigan was good. I think I'm proving right on that one. That was a team that's playing really, really well. So I didn't think we were playing awful. We just didn't make plays, and today we made plays when we needed to make plays.
Well, I know you've been focused on this game, but with the quick turnaround, and we probably won't get to ask you ahead of the UCF game, other than that 7'6" guy, anything else you know about UCF?
They're in Orlando. That's it. I'm just being honest. I don't. I'm trying to live, and our staff is living, and our players are living day by day. So other than Taco Fall, that I'm familiar with just from the AAU circuit, and he gets so much attention for being 7'6", but not only just 7'6", he's a good player. He's not just a kind of a statue of a basketball player. He's a really, really good basketball player that can impact the game. So I'll get acquainted with them sometime tonight and early tomorrow morning and try to get our guys along with our staff and help the guys get put themselves in the best position to win that game as well.
Jamall, what do you do against a guy that size? Do you stay away from him, or do you go hard at him, or is that something you guys will figure out between now and Wednesday night?
I don't think you just play. If you got a great shot, you just got to know that he's around. Sometimes challenging certain guys is not very smart in a certain situation. We got to do what we do. This is not rocket science. Sometimes basketball is a simple game. We got to play to our strengths. What's our strengths? Everybody on that team has a strength, and they got to play to it and play to it really, really well.
Kent said that you don't necessarily know where you're staying in Orlando yet, and it's going to be a big challenge for James to find room with spring break. Is that?
Well, I probably need to call my brother lives in Orlando, so I probably need to call him and see if we can get some rooms, man. So I don't know. I'm not Rob. I'm just basketball coach right now. I hope they don't want me to do travel too. We're gonna be in trouble, man. So I'll leave that up to the other guys. I know James and Paul Kowalczyk were talking earlier about trying to get some stuff set up, and regardless, we can stay at the Best Western, we can stay at the Marriott. That ain't gonna affect us playing. We can stay in a bunker. We're gonna play. If that affects us, then we got a problem.
Jamall, Tracy's playing some of his best ball down the stretch. What's working for him, and how good is that to see out of him at this stage?
I think he just got the mindset of a senior. I think he's just playing really well because he's staying really in his lane. A couple of shots he shot to step back I wasn't exactly a fan of. But other than that, he stayed within his lane. What I mean by that, Tracy's a bulldog. He's a straight line driver. He's really good. He's really made himself a better as a career, a catch and shoot 3-point shooter, and that's what we need him to do. Again, this is about playing the best basketball within your role and being, like you talk about, an all-star, and Tracy's doing that right now. Thus, he gets the numbers that he's getting.
Tracy mentioned that like him, Malcolm, Mav, they're not going to be back next year. So this is their focus. So you think that's kind of what's driven them the last 2 games a little bit?
Scott, they can think of a whole bunch of things that motivate them right now. The one thing is the guy that recruited was gone. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. That's first and foremost. So the other thing is they know that a lot of people are affected. We've talked about it. We've talked about it individually, and they feel like they can prove that. And then, like you said, you can see Malcolm said that, like 16, 17, I know everybody's excited about Brad, and it's a great hire, blah, 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 but at the end of the day, like, this team ain't done. So, you know, we can turn our attention if we lose a game or then to that, but until then, this team wants some attention, and they're trying to get it, you know, by their effort and play.
Anything else for Coach Walker? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Jamall.
All right, guys.